Greetings and welcome back. Today I'm going to share a dream with you all that I had concerning Ozzy Osbourne. I never followed Ozzy Osbourne growing up as a kid or as I got grown. I know absolutely nothing about him, about his life, about his music, about anything. So I know that this dream in particular has significance. Um, as you all know, or maybe you know, I've shared several dreams on my page that I know um, are from the Lord. And some of them I see come to pass. I'll get on here and I'll record them. I see them within, whether it be 30 days or 3 years, I've had where dreams have come to pass. But this one in particular was about Ozzy Osbourne. And I'll just get right to the dream. So in the dream, I'm standing next to, I think, a producer of a show or award show. It was something where they were expecting celebrities to show up, and Ozzy Osbourne was one of them. And so I'm standing next to this producer, and he's in all black. His assistant is in all black. And one of the requests that Ozzy made, for showing up to this venue is if he could wear flip flops. All right. So this all black car pulls up. Ozzy's people, they step out of the car. They're dressed in all black. Ozzy Osbourne himself is dressed in all black. And he has on black flip flops. And so, you know, I didn't get a full frontal of Ozzy Osbourne's face, but his hair was brown, just as it is in this picture. It was brown. It was a part right down the middle. I could see half of it, but he was much younger in the dream. It was like he was probably around 40 years younger or something. I don't know, but it was definitely Ozzy Osbourne, and he was in all black. All right. So in this dream, I reach up and I pick up this black suitcase, and it had some different type of symbols and emblems or something on it. I don't know. And so Ozzy Osbourne and his people and the producer and everything, they go inside this building, and they're sitting at this long table. But when I walk in, Ozzy Osbourne has his back turned to me, and his people do as well. But on the other side of the table were two African American men, and one of them had dreads, and the other one had like a fade cut. And so as I'm walking in, they both look up at me, and they're typing on a laptop. And as I walk in, they're dressed in all black too. It's like they're on official business. They look up at the table and they look at me like, oh my gosh, what are you doing here? Why are you here? It's as if I was not supposed to be there, but I had some kind of way got access to this all black, meeting. And then the dream ended. And so when I woke up, I was like, why would I have a dream about Ozzy Osbourne? I literally know nothing about him. And the all black clothing, all black car, all black symbolism. So I started just looking up pictures of Ozzy Osbourne, and oh my gosh, like every picture that I saw, he was dressed in all black. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I saw in my dream. And there were references to him of being the prince of darkness. And I'm not digging too deep into this. I do think there is significance to this dream. He was known as the prince of darkness. His music had a lot of occult symbolism in it. And just overall, I watched another YouTube video of a minister that came on, and he was saying that, it was very hard for him to minister and get people to, turn to Jesus Christ when Ozzy Osbourne music came out, because it had such a hold and such a grab on people, and it crossed generations. And just people, doing that live stream, sharing, how they had to, pretty much be delivered from this type of heavy metal, dark music. And even in this dream, even in this, my thumbnail here, you can see Ozzy Osbourne. That's a picture of his last final performance. And the chair, you can go watch YouTube videos. I'm not going to play it, but he comes out, his last performance, he's in all black. And the chair has a bat, big huge bat, at the top of it, and then on the side of the chair there was like skulls and all that, satanic symbolism. And there is a huge debate whether Ozzy Osbourne was practicing Satanist, or was he not. And one thing I've learned, over the years, is that people who are high occultic, I've done a video about this before, who are real high up in the Masonic lodge, like the 33 degrees or higher, and all of that, that I've come in contact with myself. And I've had, extended time, being around these people, and the Lord had to show me through different ways, and I confronted them about it. They don't tell you, right? No, they usually don't come out and say, hey, I have this, practice or whatever that I'm into, because that world communicates through symbolism. It's not, you know, talked about. Now, you do have some that come out and pretty much say that they are, practicing this or whatever. And so, I'm not one to say whether he went to heaven or to hell, but I can tell you what I saw in my dream, and he was in all black. And when I looked at I looked up to see, and you can do this yourself. Why do those who practice Satanism wear all black? And it was because it symbolizes darkness. He called himself the prince of darkness. It symbolized the occult practice. It's just it is what it is. And like I said, I'm not one to say whether he went to heaven or to hell, but I do know what I saw in my dream. And the reason why I think I saw this in my dream is because he left such a void in that space, and he spanned across 7 generations. And it's like, just with Michael Jackson, we just saw the craze of Michael Jackson. It's as if, you know, the people, they love to worship the dead, especially those who made it to the pinnacle of success, right? And it's like they just can't let them go. And I feel, and I questioned the Lord. I said, why is there such a craze? I do know that Michael Jackson was such a big, pop culture person, and I think one of the answers, responses, and I'm still praying over it, and I think this applies to Ozzy Osbourne, is that they're going to try to bring these people back some way through AI, to as if they never die. It's like they will live forever amongst the culture and amongst the people. But I do know that what I saw in my dream is there was a meeting that was being had, and I had showed up, and it was like, wait a minute, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here, because I stated in my dream several times that I am an intercessor. And I do believe that those two people that were at the table, when they looked up and they saw me, it was like, uh-oh, we got a visitor that's not supposed to be here. And so I will be praying about this dream. If you are, into this, and be praying about the people that this type of, culture or whatever has ensnared for over the years, because Jesus wants to bring people out. He wants to see people delivered, no matter how far back, how deep, this has been ingrained into the spirit of people.